Hi, everybody. Hope everyone can hear me okay. Thank you very much. I was having some technical difficulties logging on here, getting access to everybody. My name is Rich Vazquez. I'm with Strategic Insurance Consultants. We're a team under Capstone Financial. We're the team that put together the benefits program, and I am the individual that brought the program to the California region. The objective of today is to clarify a little bit about the Keller Williams benefits program, to share with you some insight on some resources that are available to you, as well as where to find some of these resources. I know that we've gotten a number of questions on what's being offered, where do I go? I know that my team has been reaching out to schedule a first meeting and really just to educate you guys on what the objective of that meeting is. Brief background on myself. I've been in the financial services industry for 12 years, growing a practice much like you, building a book of business and growing your clientele. Same on my end. So we're not the 1-800 customer service support line that's reaching out to you. We are benefits advisors as well as financial advisors, and we have all of our licenses and are fully licensed in the state of California to be able to provide value and to provide service to you. What I'm going to do now is I'm going to actually share my screen to go over the brief presentation with you and to educate you on all the resources as well as the program in its totality, so that you guys have an understanding and know where to find all of the resources. Share my screen. Okay, and by the way, please feel free to stop me if anyone has any questions in between. Okay, so the first offering on how this program was being made available to you, the program started 3 years ago in the Southeast region. One of the OPs there had a number of his agents that could not get any benefits. They had pre-existing conditions, and they had families that needed insurance protection. So being as how you guys are actually all 1099 as agents and technically business owners, it's very difficult for insurance companies to offer a traditional benefits package similar to a W-2 company for its employees. So we actually had to get creative because it was about 9 months to a year of insurance companies saying, no, we will not move forward with providing a benefits program. So we had to get a little creative. We actually had to use different insurance layers to provide the comprehensive benefits package. So this is why you're going to see a couple of different insurance carriers as part of the presentation today, so that I can clarify and explain it. The health benefits, you guys have the mandate in the state of California for health insurance coverage. If you don't have any or show proof that you have any, there is a fine that the state of California imposes. And as a result, everyone at Keller Williams that I've spoken to, typically the most common plan, if you don't have access to a health plan through a spouse, as an example, I'm seeing a lot of people go on the exchange, and I'm seeing Kaiser Permanente as a very popular program that a lot of people are participating in. And while Kaiser does provide a great benefit, I think that there are a couple of scenarios where it might make sense to look at alternatives just from a pure cost perspective. I've met with a number of agents so far, and again, we've only rolled this out to the California region for the last 60 days, officially 90 days unofficially. And there are a number of agents that actually are paying over $1,000 a month as an individual for health insurance coverage, and they've only gotten the opportunity to go to a doctor. Maybe they only had an annual physical and maybe had to go for 1 or 2 scripts because they got the flu or something happened. In that case, it's actually an advantage to look at Sedera's plan. So Sedera's plan uses a multi-network. I know I've gotten a lot of questions. Is this a PPO? Is this an HMO? It's a multi-network. So it actually encompasses all of the networks, and it's a national plan. You can actually get services nationally in all states. So just to review a little bit about the pricing, I know that we get those questions all the time from a pricing perspective. You can choose your deductible. Now, being as how this is a multi-plan network, you're going to see the initial unshareable amount here. And there are a variety of different options. The most popular plan that we're looking at with Keller Williams as a whole is the $1,500 option. And you could see that if we go middle of the age band spectrum, that for a member only, it's about $249, whereas many individuals as a member alone are typically under the exchange paying $500, $600, $700, even $800 a month as an individual. So this would be something to consider and to look through. We actually have an online portal, which I'll go to the next slide to share, where you can access 60% of the benefits, and you could look through the benefits and you could look through the different offerings and the different levels that are available to you. We also have a dedicated 1-800 number. So this is Zevo. Zevo is a dedicated website that we built for KW specifically. We also have a 1-800 number. So this is a screenshot of Zevo once you do log in, and you'll have different tiles for all the different benefit plans that are being made available to you. I'm going to go back one slide to share with you the health insurance option as an example. So if you take a look, we have Mass Mutual's accident plan, which is typically paired with Sedera's plan to offset any out-of-pocket deductibles that may pop up. And I'll go through the accident plan later. Most of the time, participants have both plans together so that it can mimic that W-2 plan that an employee at a large employer would have coverage and access to. Oh, and just to clarify, the IUA, think of it as similar to a deductible. So if I need a surgical procedure as an example, and I choose the $1,500 IUA, and let's just say that the hospital bills me $50,000, I'll get reimbursed on a $1,500, $48,500. That $1,500 is my cost for the IUA. We've got different dental plan options. We have different vision plan options, hospital indemnity, critical illness, ID theft. These can all be purchased through Zevo. And we actually have, as I mentioned, that 1-800 number for very, very specific particular questions. I know that there may be individuals that have a particular medical group or doctor that they need to continue to go to for whatever reason. And so we can actually help you navigate that through that 1-800 number. We also have disability income protection coverage. It is a discounted rate from market rates. So in the event that you may have purchased disability insurance in the past, this might be an opportunity for you to evaluate that disability coverage against the Keller Williams sponsored plan, as there is that 25% discount. One of the other benefits as well is that it is a portable option, and we can extend coverage to spouses as well as part of our offering. We've had a number of agents as well that may have also had pre-existing conditions, maybe a surgical procedure done in the past that prohibits them in perpetuity moving forward from gaining access to disability income insurance. I know in California, everyone, I hear that Keller Williams is shattering records month over month. You guys are busier than ever, which is a great thing. And disability income insurance actually protects against the event that you can't produce an income for whatever reason. It'll replace your paycheck. You have access to $10,000 a month of benefit, and there is express underwriting, meaning no need to get pricked and take blood and do a traditional lab exam if you're under the age of 50. So under the age of 50, simplified underwriting, and we do have, even with pre-existing conditions, the opportunity to have that coverage. It does have that 25% discount as an example. This is that group accident plan that I was sharing as well. And this is the #1 most utilized plan for all of Keller Williams agents. Currently, we service about 50,000 Keller Williams agents nationally. We're in 6 different regions. We're going to roll out nationally shortly. And the group accident plan really offsets those IUAs or out-of-pocket expenses that you may have. The most common claim that we get typically on a weekly basis is a result of a slip and fall. I need to get imaging done. I went down the stairs too quickly. I twisted my ankle. I now need to go and get imaging done to see if it's a break, something happened. You'll get cash reimbursements for that. There are about 5 different pages of benefits that are covered in the event that those should happen to you. There's an individual plan, and there's also the comprehensive all-inclusive family plan. And the premiums here are very, very low. It's $25 a month up to $60 a month for the entire family, no matter how many children and how large your immediate family is. This also extends for children that may be participating in contact sports. Oftentimes there may be unexpected visits to the doctor's office, and this can be a cash reimbursement for that to recuperate those expenses, as well as maybe any urgent care center visits, impromptu, that may pop up throughout the year. So I would say that this is the most utilized plan, and it's also very, very cost effective when you pair it with the Sedera plan to get your actual out-of-pocket monthly expense significantly down. Typically, on average, we're seeing about $750 a month for a single member. We can bring that premium down typically to close to $300 to $350, depending on that age band and where you fall, as well as which IUA deductible option you choose and decide to go with. The last plan option that we have, and there's been a little bit confusion on this as well, is the Mass Mutual Guarantee Issue Whole Life Insurance. This is a different type of a life insurance than most W-2 employees get access to. They get access to term life insurance, typically subsidized by their employer. Here, this whole life insurance actually does build cash value, and it's a guarantee issue. I was helping an agent in the Cupertino office who had a heart procedure done 4 years ago and can never qualify for any more life insurance. That agent's actually doing very, very well right now for their family and has 2 children, teenagers. And this is that person's opportunity to buy the life insurance protection that they couldn't purchase before because they didn't think that they needed the coverage. And now that there is a need for the coverage, this is the only outlet that is available to that individual that has pre-existing conditions and the procedure done. We are also able to offer traditional life insurance, cheap term insurance as well, through simplified underwriting. So if you have moderate to good health, we are not only able to help you obtain this coverage, we can also assist with term life insurance. I know that there's certain clients, when they're purchasing a home, they're looking at homeowners insurance and potentially term insurance as well, to make sure that in the event that one spouse passes, the other one has sufficient funding to continue to pay their expenses and not affect their lifestyle. The guarantee issue whole life insurance for those that may have pre-existing conditions does build cash value, and it also has the long-term care access rider automatically built in at no cost. An example of the math breakdown on how this would work is you have access in $10,000 increments from $10,000 of death benefit coverage to $250,000 of death benefit coverage. In the event that you needed this for long-term care, you would get roughly 61.5% of whatever death benefit you selected for long-term care purposes. And so that's a little bit about the life insurance program. This was myself and the team leader, Joey DiBenedetto, when I was in California approximately a month ago, rolling this out to the California region. It's been an absolute pleasure working with the California region. My entire team, just to clarify, we're located on the East Coast in New York, since we did start this program in the East Coast. So you may see some time lag differences in the event that we're looking at calculating times. We're always going to offer you both times, Pacific as well as Eastern, so that we could adjust our calendar. But the objective of the first meeting, again, is really just to help everyone navigate through the portal, know where to go, answer questions. I know a lot of people are not able to attend these types of meetings because they're out there in the field with their clients and they're helping them with their real estate needs. And that's why we want to offer our team, an extension of our team, to help them navigate that for the first meeting, which is an introductory meeting. Oftentimes, we also offer complimentary analysis. And the other service that we have that we don't have a particular packaged offering for is entity formation. I know that there are a couple of teams that are looking to grow and they're looking to train and develop new agents that come in. We are able to facilitate and help with S Corp formation, LLC formation. We also have tax reduction strategies. If you're having a breakout year, as an example, the state of California, much like the state of New York, where I live, is a high tax state. And we have several tax reduction strategies that can help you keep more of your own money. Any questions that you have for me so far? I do really appreciate your time, and me, myself, and my team, we're going to be a resource, and anything that you need so that we can make this effective. We'd love the opportunity to work with you and schedule a one-to-one. Typically, it's about 15 minutes, the first intro meeting, and then about 5-10 minutes with questions, depending on if there are questions. And I see a question here from Ryan. I may have missed your intro, but you comment on HMO, PPO coverage using these services and which hospitals could be used. So we have just to clarify that question for you, Ryan, we have a multi-plan network. So the multi-plan network through Sedera's plan actually encompasses all hospital systems and all networks. And so that's one of the advantages. I would say, though, being very transparent and obviously want to make sure that I'm communicating the right information, that some people, they need to have the Cigna plan. They need to have the Anthem plan. As an example, the national plan. I know that Kaiser is only covered in the state of California. We actually encountered a situation with an agent that was on the Kaiser plan, vacationed in Miami, had an incident, had to go to the hospital, and there was zero coverage there. They got a very, very, very big bill for that unexpected hospital visit. And Kaiser did not cover it because Kaiser's plan is only in the state of California. So with our plan, as an example, against the Kaiser plan, you may want to look through or call the 1-800 number for a scenario like that if you are under Kaiser. But I will say that there are particular situations and scenarios where you may be better off with Kaiser, depending on prescriptions, depending on different copays, different specialists that you may need to see. And so that's why it makes sense to call the 1-800 number and for us to meet with you to go through a comparison, take your questions, and then work with the insurance carriers on the back end so we can answer your questions and then do an analysis for you. Ryan, hopefully that answered your question. Well, I really thank everybody for the time. Another question, you had an example of Bill.
I have a quick question.
Yes.
So I remember you mentioned this incidents, insurance, there's health insurance, there's life insurance, all those. How can we get detailed information on those? It sounds like a good deal. And if I already have insurance through my husband's coverage, but no accident insurance, no health insurance, and all declined, and do I still have a chance to shop at your place?
Yeah, absolutely. So our coverage and our benefits are going to be offered through the end of the year with the discounts. So you do have through the end of this year to make any election. And here's another common question too. we have a lot of times there's been a little misunderstanding where people think it's an all or nothing, that you need to participate in all of the benefits when you might very well have your own dental plan or you might have your own vision plan. And a lot of these can be a la carte as needed. And you can start with the basic plan as an example, and then you could always decide to upgrade that plan later on as well. And that is an option. It says here, versus billing going directly. So another question, you had the example of the $50K bill to $1,500 deductible. Is the remaining balance $48K paid by the client and reimbursed for this coverage? Well, yeah, you typically have the window of time. So you would get an image of the bill that the hospital would give to you, and then you would settle that with the insurance company. So hopefully that answers your question. The client pays and is later reimbursed by the insurance company versus billing going direct to the insurance company. So the difference here on the cost savings is that you would get the bill and then you would forward that to the insurance company. And typically they give you a time window to settle that. So most of that would be done during that window of time. And that's the difference between a multi-plan network versus an HMO PPO as an example. I'm just typing here to see if, oh, you're welcome, Ryan. Thank you. And also, if anyone has any questions, you can send us an email address as well. info@stratinsureco.com. Again, that's info@stratinsureco.com. And we're more than happy to send you the portal along with the attachments and the links for your review. So Tina, that's something that you can absolutely send us an email on, and then we can send you the links. We could send you the address for the portal, and we could send you all the information for your review.
Thank you so much.
You're welcome. Absolutely. Yeah, I'll absolutely write it. And then my contact information, I'll also put my contact information. Feel free to text me. I'm available via text. I know that, much like you, depending on your client's availability, and, oftentimes it's early mornings and late nights, weekends, that's completely okay too. We're available. So I'll put my contact information, and please feel free, for whatever reason, send me a text message. Hey, Rich, for whatever reason, the link's not working. Can you resend it to me? No problem. We'd be more than happy to help. I'm just putting my information in the chat box right now. So that's my cell phone number. And this is my email address. All right. Well, thank you so much, everybody. Really appreciate the opportunity. Thank you for the time. And if there's any other questions or clarifying points, please let me know. One of the other things that we've done in some of the other market centers as well is offer different situational scenario based training sessions periodically. We've been invited every other month, and we actually bring a case study on an actual KW agent and a plan that they've had as an example, and how we were able to navigate that so that they can pay less and actually have more total overall insurance coverage, as opposed to them buying it as an individual with individual pricing through the open marketplace. So thank you very much for the opportunity, guys. Really appreciate it.